Me, 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 me. That was weird. I don't know why I did that. But our caption's working. Yes. Okay. Hey, everybody. Hey, everybody. It is so cold and beautiful here in St. Louis. It's brisk and chill. I've got a cardigan on. I'm going to actually step back and let you enjoy this cardigan. Actually, let me full screen this. Yeah, it's a Mothman cardigan. It's got, and the bottoms, it's got this spiky little bottom. And when you button it up, it like fits around the bottom and then is super baggy everywhere else. And it's very thick and soft and comfortable. And I'm just really excited about it being cardigan season so I can wear this cardigan. The other thing is that, well, here's the sum up of my week. I did jury duty. I got put on a jury. It was a murder trial. I don't want to talk about it. But where did I get this? This was a present, so I don't know where it's from. Let me see if I can find a tag. Mochi Pan. I think Mochi Pan is, let's see, is that a company? Mochi Pan. Yeah! Artistic, whimsical fashion for everyone. Here, I'll drop a link in the chats. Boop. I am all done with jury duty. We came to a conclusion, and my time with them is done. It was 2 days. There was 1 day for jury selection, and then we started the trial that same day. And then 1 full day for witnesses and evidence and that. All of the stuff that constitutes the trial. And then there was a little bit of that on Thursday, and I was a deliberating juror. And then Thursday we had a little bit in the morning, and then hours and hours and hours of discussion. I'll say overall everybody was very respectful and civil and responsible and taking the responsibility of what we were there to do seriously. And so that was good. Gia's die. 8 crazy men. I think of 8 crazy nights. 12 crazy men, 8 angry nights. Oh, great Suzo. That is kind of a shame. Here's what I'll say is I think everybody has a bad... I don't think anybody wants to do jury duty. I think it has sort of a bad reputation. And there were quite a lot of people there who were just angry, bubbling with anger about having to do it. And it was a sort of thing where it's like, did it say 1990, copyright 1990? Yeah, it certainly does. So this is retro style. Don't listen. The game is already lying to you. I was like, for me, it was the sort of thing where it's like, if I get called, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do the best I can. Okay. Can you just chill for a second? We're talking about jury duty. I was like, I was not excited to do it because I had a lot of work to do. I had been traveling all month. I had literally gotten back from PAX hours beforehand, and then I had to get up in the morning to go to jury duty. So it's just like, I had work here that I didn't get to do, and that was annoying. But it's also like, fundamentally, I'm not going to get in trouble if I have to take 2 days off to do jury duty. It was extremely stressful. It was a lot of pressure. It was an incredible experience. I feel like I've gotten a better insight onto how our, firsthand experience now about how our justice system in America works and functions or does not function. And so, as far as experiences go, invaluable. Absolutely fascinating. It's truly no way to have that, no good way to have that experience outside of going to jury, hopefully. Trial-by agent, that's incredible. Trial-by agent says the one thing about jury duty that did shock and upset me a little was that I was literally the only person on my jury who was taking notes. Phew. Oh, there's an arachnophobia mode. That's cool. Skip doors. We might turn skip doors off if the animation is annoying. Turn speed, tank, always run off, aim mode, shoulder. Okay. I love that they've got retro style control options. Alright. Everybody on my jury, for the most part, the people on my jury were listening, paying attention, being respectful. There was an old man next to me who didn't want to be there and who really wanted everybody to know that he didn't want to be there, and made up his mind really early in the jury, in the court case, about what he thought was happening, and would not shut up in the jury box. Like, kept talking. Kept muddling under his voice like, oh, well, blah, 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 blah. And I was sat right next to him, and the judge kept having to stop and be like, sir, did you need some help? Sir, is your chair not good, sir? Yeah, I'm surprised that they didn't screen for this man in particular. And then when we sat down for deliberations, early on in the deliberations, we started talking, and he started going off on this weird side rant, and I was like, sir, that's not really relevant. And then he screamed at me. He fully screamed at me. He was like, it's gonna get heated in this jury duty, and if I don't speak up and yell, then I'm not gonna get heard. And it's like, sir, literally nobody here is yelling but you, so if you could just take it down a notch. Thankfully the other jurors were very much like, hey, sir, you need to act adult, basically. So after that one intense and unpleasant outburst at my expense, everybody was very responsible. Everybody was very engaged. It was genuinely a wild experience, seeing the ways in which, I guess I did want to talk about jury duty. I don't want to talk about the case, because it was a murder case. So there's no way I feel comfortable representing information about that in a respectful way. But it was interesting to see the extent to which people created alliances in their minds with other people on the jury, and were like, oh, we're on the same side, so we're going to argue the same thing. And we have the same point here, so we're on the same side. And then if somebody changed their mind or thought something else, it'd be like a betrayal. I have not seen 12 Angry Men. And when I got home from jury duty, I was absolutely fucking baked. I came home, I got groceries, because I still hadn't gotten groceries from returning from Seattle. And then I slept for 4 dead hours. And when I woke up, I was like, should I watch 12 Angry Men? It'll never be a better experience or a worse experience to watch it. I ended up catching up on Dan to Dan, but it was an option. Oh. The other thing is that I got 4 vaccines yesterday, which is why the stream started late. And why I'm still eating breakfast. Camera sound? Okay, I guess there's a camera click sound. If you're in America, I would start looking at and thinking about getting your vaccines now, because it's tricky. It's hard now. It's a little bit difficult. I got flu and COVID and Hep B. The first part, you have to do it in 2 stages. And, Tdap for tetanus. I just needed a re-upping on it. And they did 2 in each arm, which I think is really funny. There's 2 there. There's 2 there. Basically did that, came home, laid down and played several hours of Silk Song, And then when I stood up from playing Silksong, I was like, oh no, my flesh. I was so weak. My body was so weak. And it was a rough experience. And then I slept for 8 hours, and now I feel great. It hit way harder than I thought it was, and way sooner. And then I slept, and now I feel fine. I might go on a bike ride later today. Okay, hold on. Yeah, trial by agent. So the rule right now is, I live in Missouri. If you live in Missouri, you need a prescription from a doctor. My guess is that's going to be very easy to get, because I think most doctors want people to get their vaccines and stuff for COVID. We went over to Illinois, because I heard that things were not as bad in Illinois, because they tend to not be. Missouri is significantly redder than Illinois is. And we didn't have any trouble. That's what I'll say. Oh, okay. Yeah, we didn't have any trouble getting our jabs. In fact, it was a fun, not at all sad reason to have a little road trip. Okay. Retro or modern? Okay, so retro has sort of a pixel filter. I might do modern, because I feel like modern is still very retro. Alright, we can do tank controls. Or let's do modern aiming. Camera relative? No. Modern relative. Am I cheating myself of this retro experience by choosing all the modern options? Or am I being responsible and respectful of my time and energy? Let's do... We're gonna do it modern style. My read on Silksong so far is that I think I'm very early in the game. I hope I'm very early in the game. In a way, it feels like a time capsule of how Metroidvania Souls-likes were 8 years ago. For better or for worse.
Hey. Sorry you haven't heard from me in a while.
I want to believe.
I've been busy trying to find out about this place. You're not gonna believe me, and...
Can you hear it?
I don't even know if I really believe it myself, but... I guess a part of me must, because I'm going. It's far. On an abandoned road, a few miles from that power plant in the mountains. It was hard to find anything about it. I started on message boards, and I ended up in a chat room talking with people who know people who know people who've gone. They said a lot of crazy stuff, but the one thing that they all agreed on is that in that house, there's a room that can take you to the other side, to see the people that you've lost again. The thing is, no one who's gone has ever come back, and that's why I'm writing you. Not for advice, not to get you to talk me out of going. Actually, by the time you read this, I'll already be there. I just wanted to let you know, in case I don't come back. That way you won't be wondering where I've gone. Either way, you don't have to worry about me anymore. I'm sorry, but I don't have any other choice. I just can't keep going on not knowing.
Okay. Survival guide. Movement. Oh god. I got oatmeal on my microphone. Alright. Move around. Run by holding. If you're using modern controls, you can always run, and the joystick will control your speed depending on how far it is pushed. Yeah. Oh, interaction and equipment. Interact with items. Press a button to interact. Some will stand out more than others. Okay. You can equip or use some items you find, such as your camera. After you've picked it up, open your inventory, select the camera, select equip. Okay. Oh, yes. I mean, come on. Classic style. Oh, you know what? I saw a screenshot of this UI and somebody was like, it's really funny to me to see retro style UI with modern image portraits, and I can see why they do that now. I can see why they said that now, because the image is very, kind of has a Disco Elysium vibe where it's like very painterly. Is a hatchback the now official car of retro horror protagonists? I think there's something iconically boxy about it. Yes, I will take the camera. Ooh, quilt? Excuse me? Excuse me? Oh! Oh my god, are they outfits? Wow, that's thrilling. I saw somebody at PAX... I saw somebody at PAX cosplaying tramp stamp Leon Kennedy. And it was really good. That's what I have to say about that. All right, we don't have any outfits yet. Yeah, I love to see it. Oh man, is it gonna be, this is tricky. If it's gonna be fixed camera angle, maybe I should do retro style. All right. All right. Oh, I can see some smoke billowing in the distance. Yeah. SLR camera. This is my grandfather's. I want to load it. Yeah. All right. Oh, cigarettes too. I really need to quit. Okay. I'm curious if the cigarettes are there to justify having a lighter. All right. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna turn up the volume in my ear. Sorry, let me just do a little volume fussing. You're right, they should be clove cigarettes. Okay.
Sometimes I wonder if I spend more time thinking about death than the average person. My grandfather died a while back. I know it happens to everyone, but it almost feels like I'm obsessed. It's frustrating. No matter what I try, my thoughts always circle back to the one thing I can't control: my own mortality. I came all the way out here not knowing if I'll get the answers I need. I just hope it's worth it.
Extremely teen to think the only thing outside of your control is your own mortality. The best teen controls are in games like Fatal Frame, when run forward is always on the square button. I wonder if this one has this. Let's see. I really appreciate that we can just change it at will. Wow, hey, you know what? This is already a nightmare. Okay, we have to turn back immediately. Listen, I love and respect tank controls. I don't know what this is. It's tank controls, but it's got too much control. It's too much circular. It's just... It's just that Maybe if I turned turn speed down. Boo-ray jury duty was fine. I don't know why this is making me nauseous. It's solidly blocked off. Not getting in here. It's got too much. No, tank controls are when your control the movement of your characters relative to their position rather than relative to the camera. I feel like tank control is one of those hard things to communicate, but if you sit down and you play someone with tank controls, you're like, oh yeah, okay. Oh yeah, this is bullshit. Pleasure Beach 1. I finally went to explore Pleasure Beach today. It's been on my list forever, and the forecast was perfect, but unsurprisingly, I ended up in over my head. When I got there, everything was pretty normal. There were folks on the shore having a picnic, enjoying the beautiful summer day, and the usual kids messing around on the playground across the street. I grabbed my camera, locked my car, and started making my way across the land bridge. It took maybe 30 minutes to cross, longer than I expected. The island seemed completely empty, so I began searching through the abandoned homes, confident in my solitude. So many of them were destroyed. Roofs and walls collapsed from years of disregard. Some houses so decrepit I couldn't even enter. But there was just enough left that I began to really feel bad for these people. They had no time to pack and leave. Family photos were strewn across the floor and belongings were still packed in drawers. I even saw a table that looked like it had been set for dinner, however many years ago. My sympathy turned into suspicion as I ventured further. Many of the houses had the same red graffiti in their attics, markings and symbols I'd never seen before. I assumed it was just from kids messing around, but something about it began to trigger my paranoia. I noticed the sun was setting and I reached the end of the residential area. It was strange. I could have sworn it had only been a couple hours. Last time I checked my watch, it was before noon, but now the clock read 7:30. I brushed it off as just losing track of time. It was frustrating. I hadn't even gotten to half the town, but I knew I had to head back. The land bridge would be submerged soon, if it wasn't already. Sure enough, as I turned the corner to where I'd entered earlier, I was greeted by nothing but the sea. The entire land bridge was underwater. I was stuck and alone. Or so I thought. Spooky. Yeah, new saves, I agree. New save says it works best when forward is just a button and you feather left and right while holding it. Yeah. Oh. Flash. Some areas are too dark to see without help. Okay, so this is like a Fatal Frame alike. You can use the camera flash without consuming ammo by not aiming it and pressing right button. Okay. Wow, this is gonna be really spooky. Wow, I love this leg tattoo. Ooh. That gives me the 90s. Y'all remember the 90s like plastic necklace choker that was just like, it was literally just like plastic woven together? That's what that gives me the vibes of. Pleasure Beach 2. It was darker than any night I could remember. The island was far enough offshore that there was no light pollution, and in almost no time I was wandering the pitch blackness. It was cold, too, the breeze coming over the water contrasting heavily with the mild weather earlier that day. I didn't have much of a plan, but I knew that if I was stuck, I would have to find a place to stay warm. Iconic, yeah. I had one of those. I love it. I regret not having it. Those made a big comeback when I was in college. Good. That is fashion that can come back. I'm into that. I made my way back to the houses, which were much more terrifying in the night. I turned to look down the street and froze mid-step. I could barely see due to the lack of light, but it looked like another person was standing there, right in the middle of the street, staring at me, motionless. I tried to rationalize, but in that situation, my sanity was already being tested. I called out to them with a strained, "Hello?" praying to God that it was just some teenager and not whatever nightmare my mind was conjuring. No response, no movement, nothing. I looked around and noticed some of the windows in the attics of the houses looked like there was dim light coming from them. Candles, maybe? But I'd been there all day. I didn't see anyone. It didn't make any sense.
As every possible scenario, none of which seemed to end well for me, raced through my mind, one rational thought broke through and reminded me. I have my camera. I could trigger the flash on demand without using the little film I had left to illuminate my surroundings. I was so scared I almost didn't want to. What if there really was something there and using my camera would only alert it to my presence? Finally, I pressed the flash trigger. Everything around me lit up and I saw nothing. The figure in the road was gone, the light coming from the windows gone. It was just a silent, long-dead town and me. The rest of the night was uneventful. I used my camera flash to navigate the ruins, found the closest house with 4 intact walls, locked the door in one of the bedrooms, and fell asleep against the wall. I woke up the next morning and booked it back across the land bridge. I don't think I'll go back to Pleasure Beach. Oh. Ah, okay. See a fancy lock on the door. Tucked. Okay. So this is the house of a drag queen. Oh. Of course. This is a reference to that beloved Garfield character. Nerm. Oh, wait, maybe it's oh, we can't just get okay. Oh. Huh? Oh. I was hoping because it's called Heartworm, maybe. But it doesn't. Nah, it doesn't seem to want to go. That's tragic. On the one hand, I do love the door animations. On the other hand, might turn that one off. Ow! I'll have some oatmeal. Okay. All right, back in. The flashing, it is interesting how hurt. Let's try hurt. It's interesting to see how the flash mechanic is gonna integrate with the light. Ha! Harm? Hair? Heart? Hort? Hoot? Okay. I've got to do my due diligence, Snake Lady. Ooh. Wow, I really love the visual effect of this cigarette smoke. Narcissus and Goldman. Herman Hesse? Herman Hesse? He thought that all men trickled away, changing constantly until they finally dissolved, while the artist created images remaining unchangeably the same. He thought that the fear of death was perhaps the root of all art, perhaps also of all things of the mind. We fear death, we shudder at life's instability, we grieve to see the flowers wilt again and again and the leaves fall, and in our hearts we know that we too are transitionary and will search for laws and formulate thoughts. It is in order to salvage something from the great dance of death, to make something that lasts longer than we do. Perhaps the woman after whom the master shaped his beautiful Madonna is already wilted or dead, and soon he too will be dead. Others will live in this house and eat at his table, but his work will still be standing hundreds of years from now, and longer. It will go on shimmering in the quiet cloister church, unchangingly beautiful, forever smiling with the same sad, flowering mouth. Alright, take it down a notch, Herman Hesse. So many books. If I had more time, I would enjoy it here. What about the art? The shelves are stocked. Almost anything you could want to read here is here. A statue with a missing head. It looks ancient, like something you'd see in a museum. I'm really... Survival guide. Item boxes! Inventory space is limited. Item boxes can store items until you need them. Each item box is connected to every other, so they all share the same items. It's best to only carry what you need. I mean, I don't know. Should I light up and we see what the cigarette does? Up. Alright, so that's the map. Alright, and we are in the safe room. Alright. I love when games give me a camera view and I can kind of peek around and see. I don't need to use this right now. Oh my god. Does she use cigarettes to heal? Is that possible? That's pretty crazy. Okay, so there's more film in storage. That's good to know. Yeah! Okay. Wait, what is that thing? Wait, how do I get to, hold on. Hi! Oh my god. I take a picture of you? Ah! Oh my god. Well, that was scary. That was scary. What did that do? I'm hoping that unlocked a new outfit. Maybe a collectible. That sold you on this game? It's really funny. Oh no, I captured his soul? Alright, that was that door. Let's see what's over here. Wait, is there a... I wonder if I could interact with that, There's a... Yeah, can I interact with this? No? Okay. Clearly the lights work. There was a light in that other room. So the electricity is functioning. Nothing particularly noteworthy. Oh! Oh. Couldn't pay me to open this fridge. Not my first rodeo. Did they leave in a rush? Possum! No! Wow, I'm so excited to capture him, but it's such an alarming animation and sound. I love the camera as a mechanic, Zhongyi. I think it's so fun. I think the, forcing people to move between different POVs. Ooh. Wow, a walk-in fireplace. It's just so inherently spooky having fixed camera angles and then the camera POV. Oh. I finally put the pieces together the day you asked where John was. At first you were, wait, what is this called? Father's Journal 1. At first I was confused, thinking maybe you forgot his exact address and wanted to send a letter. I laughed and replied with the address of the home Arsen had been living in for the past 2 years, with his wife and our new grandchild. I won't ever forget the look you gave me. Perplexed and confused, you asked, what is he doing there? When I told you he'd moved there for his job, the expression on your face darkened. I could tell that something wasn't adding up for you, but you just slowly shook your head and walked away. Uh-oh. How could you forget that? I knew we were both getting on in years. Forgetting little things was understandable, but we'd gone to meet our grandchild only months before. I wanted to believe it was just momentary confusion. To this day, I still wish I was right. Okay. You feel like horror games tend to rely a lot on limiting view? Yeah. That's true. I think what I like is when they limit view, but also, well, when they limit view to make you kind of choose and be thoughtful about how you're using your perspective. I think that's what I think is interesting. Where it's like my view, in a way, my view is, oh God. In a way, my view is limited, but in another way, I've got total control over my view, right? Because I can always just pop over here. And so it becomes like, it becomes a choice about what am I willing to sacrifice to get a better view of the gameplay. Oh yeah, I'll take a bandage. Combining. Select an item in your inventory, choose combine from the context menu, and select an item to combine it with. For example, you can use bandages and antiseptic to make a first aid kit. Shields for a larger amount. Yeah! Bandage and cigs? I mean, if we run out of rolling paper, maybe. Another big fireplace. This is a nice house. All face paintings seem to be of the same place. A massive library. Huh. Father's Journal 2. Yeah, the clock noise startled me, as I know that they knew it would. Oh, Snake Lady, that's a good read. Snake Lady says maybe they're for sanity damage, the cigarettes. That feels like a really good read. You went to see a doctor today at last. It's hard to make it all the way to the city. When we were younger, it was such a charming idea to have a house so isolated. It was our own little world. Now, just getting groceries in town is a hassle. I made the appointment and made sure you were ready to go. I could tell you didn't know why we had to. You didn't think anything was wrong. I've always had my head in the clouds. I'm fine, you're overreacting. You would tell me over and over. I didn't even want to think about whether you remembered the reason why this was necessary. We're waiting on the scan results now, but based on how you were with the doctor, I'm not hopeful. You had trouble answering his questions and kept looking to me for answers. God, why is this happening so fast? I held your hand over the stick shift as I drove home while you cried softly to yourself. I can't help but hate myself for thinking it, but I think we're close to the end. How did this happen so quickly? Only months ago, the sound of your singing filled the house as you tidied up, did the dishes, cooked us dinner. Now you barely get out of bed. Something inside you is broken. Half the time you look at me and see a stranger, but you won't acknowledge it. You just turn over in the bed and try to go back to sleep. I wonder what you dream of. I hope it's the last fragments of our beautiful life together. Uh-oh. This is gonna make me sad. Why is this fireplace lit up so ominously? Most of the books are destroyed. Can I... This painting looks like it would disintegrate if I touched it. Then don't touch it. Ooh boy. Normal bathroom. Surprised to see a mostly intact mirror. Mirrors don't... I don't think mirrors spontaneously break. Yeah, I'll take antiseptic. Another thing I'm not doing, opening the shower curtain. That's fair. Nothing in this world could convince me to use the bathroom here. Good mirror effect. Hi. Oh, God. Out of warranty, they break. Alright, let's see. How did I get to... Which of these buttons was the map? I got to a map earlier. Oh, I know. Hold on. Okay. Exploring incomplete connection. Okay. It's the way they have visualized the doors on this map implies that not only are they not doors, they're full hallways, which is maybe what the case is supposed to be, but it's also, I'm looking at this map and like, this is not how this house would function. This is not possible. The shape of these is not how this would work. The dining room connection to that main family room, that's not how that works. Okay. Oh. Samantha Mastelna. Eyes, bruh. Okay. 1978. Expires 2000. 5-4. Forum post. Paranormal Destruction, Connecticut Valley Threshold. I played a show in Hamden the other night, was talking to some locals, and they mentioned a spot that sounds like it could be a threshold. Past the Tricon plant on the mountainside in the middle of the state. Old house that's been abandoned for at least 10 years. None of them seem to know why. Check some of the boxes, but I don't know the area. Any of you CT people? Molder at Molder. I think I know it. By Devil's Glen. Man, that house has been abandoned for ages, IRC, if I recall correctly. Used to be a real nice family lived there. Don't know what happened. Could be one. I was up there once on a hike. It's definitely creepy. Totally boarded up and overgrown. Didn't go inside though. Didn't have my gear with me and never went back. I work the town over, so I stopped by the town hall before work today and they couldn't tell me anything about it. It's not for sale. Wouldn't release any other info. Sorry, I tried. I'm totally going this weekend. Gonna check it out myself. Been waiting for one close enough that I could actually go. I'll report back with findings. Wish me luck. Has anyone heard from @Ray? So that was 3/18/98. So a little under a month later. Oh, and then like a year later. Hey, I'm new to the board, but I've been reading a lot and I'm thinking about checking this one out. Anything I should know before I go? @Sam, saw your intro post. Sorry to hear about your grandfather. Don't want to be a pessimist, but no one has found a true threshold, not that we know of at least. Doesn't mean this place isn't dangerous, though. Just remember to stay safe. If you decide to go, take someone with you. No thank you, Molder. Not all of us have a partner. Asking my dog friend what his bro eye sees. Alright, so came through here. Yeah, another thing I love about retro... Heck yeah, Juice-Die! Another thing I love about retro games is that your optimum health status is fine. And that sometimes feels very accurate to me. I'm as healthy as I can possibly be in this game, and I'm fine. Okay. So we still can't get in here. So let's go up. Oh boy. I don't like that there was a Dutch tilt to that angle. I hear the faint sound of clicking, of ticking of a clock on the other side. More unsettling old paintings. That's great, though. That's a great painting. You don't like that painting? I hate this. Not sure why they even need all these mannequins. Yeah, it's a, you know what? It's a fucking great question. Nothing creepy about these. The balcony looks like it's barely held together. I'm not going out there. Ooh, hey, what's on the walls? Jacob, June 1993. Vincent, November 1994. Sarah, September 1995. Clayton, September 1996. Alexandra, 97. Forrest, 98. Elise, 89. January. Mary, 91. Paula, 92. Were any of these people ever heard from again? It's locked with a pretty heavy-duty one at that. All right. So we need to come back when we have a key. Can I look out at the balcony? Oh, yeah. No, we should not go out there. That seems bad. Everybody be cool. Wow. Wow, I simply hate that. Sixer Jen. Oh, Jay Dimson, happy birthday. All right, that one's also locked. All right, so we need to go back. No, that's the front door. Okay. That's locked. We need to go here? Oh, okay. I will save. Just real quick. Actually, I want to unload all this, some of this stuff from my backpack, too. Oh, did I? Oh, okay. I was like, have I taken 2 pictures? I took 2 pictures of two possum plushies. So yeah, I have taken a couple pictures. Without knowing what cigarettes do, I'm actually just gonna put all of this in here, and then if I regret it later, which is possible, I can circle back. I feel like we've been playing longer than 14 minutes. All right, and then we're gonna go through here. Trial by agent. Trial by agent says, honestly, if you put me in this kind of environment with a camera, I would probably come back with nothing but possum pictures too. It's pretty good. All right, so I think we went over here. Yeah, and there were stairs here too. Ooh, ooh. You can access map from your inventory by pressing back. New areas you enter are automatically tracked, and you can gauge their level of completeness based on the amount of static covering them. That's fun. If there's still static over the room, there's nothing more to be done. If there is still static over the room, there's nothing more to be done. Okay. Ah. Oh, okay, so the ones without static, I guess I've completed. Okay. Yeah, I like the static.
I mean, to your point, Zhongyi, it's interesting to see nostalgia throwback games for horror games built on hardware limitations. It's interesting to see static being used as a kind of UI element that way. Because static, I feel like, in a large way, barely exists anymore, outside of like scrolling through radio channels, which I just don't think a lot of people do anymore. Static is kind of an aspect of a bygone era. Does that feel right? That's crazy to think about. Squee Potatoes, thank you for the resubscribe. Or the subscribe, I should say. It's just weird. It's weird to think that static doesn't exist anymore. I don't know. Is there still an RE-style inventory management system? Yes, in that we have limited, not RE4, but RE1 inventory management style. Static is an analog thing. It's true. It's true. It's conceptually weird to me to see a game using static in this way because it's so divorced from what I perceive static to be. It's interesting. You love your radio? I love my radio too, but not as much as I love CDs. Yeah, I guess that's true. Jay Dimson says static will only be perceived with an analog media. In digital media, it equates to lower signal, lower bars on your phone, for example. Phew. Phew. Yeah, Snake Lady says static is pretty creepy in a way that, like, bouncing DVD menus are not. It's true. It's true. Static does have kind of an inherently eerie vibe. Bedroom poem. Only a few days to notice how you used to be. The changes were minor at first, forgetting your ring, leaving your keys, staring into nothing like you knew it was coming. And I saw it all too late. The bed you were buried in, trying not to be seen. Ghosts in white coats, what a terrible thing. Strangers, goodbyes. Dreams of hearing you sing. The hour burns forever. 12:15. All right, remember 12:15, chat. Buffering is the new static, but buffering isn't creepy or fun. There's a hatch at the top of the ladder, but it won't open. I see. Okay, I see the ladder. It's locked. No, Mirith D, no! You're getting confused with time zones. Ceiling collapsed. Trial by Agent, that's fun. Trial by Agent says crunchier and crunchier JRPG artifact, not JRPG, JPEG artifacting as the horror closes in on you. That would be fun. Father's Journal 3. I'm alone in this house now. All I have left are the keepsakes of a long life together. Oh, Rose, looking at your young face smiling and laughing on grainy film is a poison that sours my heart to the day. By the day. Seeing you alive but knowing you're gone is more than I can bear. At least I have our memories. Locked. Okay, Seraphithi, I'm jealous. I don't know if y'all remember me talking about KDHX like a year ago. Is the local community-run radio station in the St. Louis area. So one of the things I was most excited about experiencing when I moved back. But it was in the process, it had been taken over by these two just horrible, horrible people. Just real assholes and dickbags. They took over the board and they started limiting the DJ's abilities to like make decisions and stuff. And they ran into an issue where everybody in the community was like, we don't like what you're doing. You've fired a bunch of DJs and now there's just like playlists, randomly generated playlists happening huge chunks of the day, and you can't get anybody else to volunteer because it's actually quite a lot of work to volunteer and do a weekly radio show. And so they couldn't fundraise any money because everybody was like, we don't like what you're doing. And the people who took over the board were like, fine, we're gonna sell it. And so they sold it. They sold the KDHX the FM radio location, the dial location, to a Christian music station / broadcasting. The Great CISO, that's bizarre and terrible, a little funny. Anyway, the former DJs have banded together and they tried to block the sale because they argued that the sale was happening under basically unlawful terms. And so they blocked it for a while, but then a judge was like, I don't care about the community or what people in the community want for this community radio station. So I believe they sold it and probably made a lovely profit for themselves. So if you love, here's what I have to say. If you love things in your community, get involved so that shitheads like this can't do it. All of the old DJs have banded together. They're trying to get something else off the ground, but KDHX had been operating for like 30 years. They had a building, they had equipment, they had all sorts of stuff, and it's just like gone now. It's extraordinarily depressing. It's not what anybody was hoping for from the situation. Except for the horrible shitheads who took over. Ooh. Take the attic key? Yeah, I will. Empty pill bottles and some serious medical equipment. It's hard to say if these clothes were ever nice. They're mostly mold now. It is hugely disappointing, but it's also like, this is the thing. The community banded together and made KDHX a thing because that's what they wanted and needed. And so there's no reason why we can't band together and do that same thing again. Anything that exists in your community exists because somebody was like, hey, what if we had blank? You know, hey, what if we had, you know, a food pantry? Hey, what if we had cool bike trails, etc., etc.? And they got other people to help and they got it done. So it's that sort of thing where it's like, it really, really fucking sucks that these assholes sold out the community radio station out from under everybody who cared about it because they only cared about making money. And that is a thing that happens increasingly. It's a thing that is happening in this area a lot and pretty much everywhere across the country. But it's like, those things existed for a reason and they served a community purpose. So even if somebody tries to destroy them, the community can always rally together. Processing your groove, moving past trauma. This looks like it's gonna move when I enter 3:45? No. 12:15. The assholes took over. So hold on, I'm gonna peek in here first. So basically there was a board of directors, and for KDHX, the board had been run by somebody who started as a volunteer and then basically worked her way up, and then eventually became leader of the board, basically. And these two people came in and basically ousted her. I don't know the exact details of it, but they ousted this person who had been with KDHX for basically its whole lifespan, like 30 years. Got her out, took over, and then were like basically undercut all of the actual community aspects of it, which is that like DJs were supposed to be allowed to vote on things. Like they had a voting control in the board, and these new people were like, yeah, even though that's in our charter, we're just not going to do that anymore. We've just decided you volunteers and stuff don't actually get a voice anymore. And that was like the main argument with the judge, is like, all of this is happening in a way that we don't you'd blame the other people on the board who let it happen. They're definitely at fault. Uh-oh. Oh, hey, okay. They are definitely also at fault. I don't know the full details of that, so I don't know really all the minutia of what happened with that. Ooh, VHS tapes. How did you shoot so much video? Uh-oh. The angles got Dutched. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, chat. The angles got Dutched. This whole site is trips, vacation, and events. Rose baby shower. John and Rose carnival. Rose Beach, 1985. Uh-oh. Beginning to think this person was a wife guy. They're categorized by person. Largest section is titled Rose, followed by John, and a number of smaller sections. A lot of these are blank, brand new even. Maybe whoever lived here had plans for them. Will you take emblem part? Yeah. A painting. The name Rose is engraved on the bottom. It feels beautiful and sad at the same time. A piece of an intricately carved wooden emblem. Oh, my camera died. Realizing now that I did not swap out batteries. Uh-oh, is this one also out of battery? Wow, I've been very negligent. There we go. Wow. 2 fully dead camera batteries. I'm here. It's spookier this way. Ooh, Boo-Ray, that's a good point. Boo-Ray says, is that the door code? Yeah, Rose feels like a good likelihood of being the door code. Now, how do I get back? Geosdi, are you somebody who gets fucked up with vaccines a lot? I really thought the 4-shotter would destroy me today. But it seems to be going okay so far. Very much so. Well, drink a lot of water. Hydrating is super important when you're getting your jabs. All right. Why was it 4 shots? Boo-ray, 4 is the maximum that you're allowed to get in one time. It's just CDC says it's fine to get, oh God. It's fine to get up to 4 vaccines at once. So I was like, well, let's do it. What have you got for me? I'll take whatever you have on offer. Survival guide pushing. You can push some items to reveal new areas. When you're close to a pushable object, a prompt will appear. Move towards the object while holding the button to push it. A couple's lifetime supply of creamed corn. Gross. Yeah, that is gross. They stockpiling food? Fully stock, everything covered in a heavy layer of dust. Quite a stockpile. I wonder if they were survivalists. What is this? What, the angles got Dutched again. All expired. What a waste. This is pretty crazy. Hold on. Impressively sinister. Why is there... Okay. Alright. The damp hasn't been kind to any of this. Oh, a puzzle! Kind of. Alright, well. A lot of furnaces. Winters must get cold. Oh, medallion. Yeah, I'll take emblem part 2. Don't mind if I do. I had to get up early to finish packing, but I can't sleep. I heard ungodly noises coming from the attic. Going to take a look. I haven't been up there in years. Not like I have anything left to lose. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, but the attic is where I need to go. Intricately carved, depicting a heart wrapped in thorns. Normal stuff. What was with all the survival stuff? It's huge, but sinister.
Alright, where was the... Let's save. What I want to do is save. Family room, safe room. Okay. I'm in the foyer. Safe room is this one, I think. I mean, it did specify that they hated driving out for groceries. So yeah, I think it's very possible. No, this isn't it. It's this one? I should memorize this. This is important. Hey, Jack! That's accurate to how I feel. Jack says, all the angles got Dutched again? Sounds like something an exasperated college film professor would say. I think it sounds like what a college professor would yell at some kids that were messing around on his front lawn. You damn kids, you Dutched my angles again! This is what a film professor yells when he falls down. Oh, my ankles! My ankles have been Dutched. Alright, we've got an emblem. Have we... I don't think I've seen a place to plug an emblem in. Ooh, we friend Tesco. No, I haven't. So there's a new demo for the new game of the devs of Who's Lila. I'm gonna pull that up right now because I loved Who's Lila. I would very much like to see more stuff. Is it this game called? No, okay. You're Amazing Tagachi? No, it's probably Last Look Along Woodward Boulevard. Okay. No, wait, this came out this year. Oh, no, this is the demo. The demo came out this year. Okay. It says similar to games you've played, Slay the Princess and Peak. That doesn't seem right, right? That doesn't seem right. I don't think that seems right. Hey, Mish, hey! Hello, Raiders, welcome. We are playing Heartworm. This is a retro style... hold on, I'm downloading the demo before I forget. Okay. Everything needs to stop making noise. Hey, Mitch, what were y'all doing over on your stream? Is there... No, I used this to get... One of the pieces was behind there, so that's probably not where we need to input it. But I think there was another... There was more... Hollow Knight! The first one, never played it. Oh, how do you feel about it? Maybe up here? This said this door was locked, though. It didn't mention anything about... Oh, unlock the door with the attic key. Perfect. Love the look of this game. Yes. Discard it? Yeah, get it out of there. I like that. I like that they're like, this is trash now. Do you want to throw it away? Yeah, I did. You get lost a lot? Yeah, that's sort of how the game is. That's definitely how the game is structured. To get you lost. Torn paper. The message seems hastily scribbled. If this is real, if this place is what they say it is, I don't even know how I'll feel. Will it answer the questions that I and everybody who has ever lost someone have spent so long asking? And what if it does? Will that change anything? Oh my god, Hamish Steele is so funny. My brother has a GeoCities Resident Evil fan website from the early 2000s, so this scratches an itch. Yes, that is definitely the itch it is tempting to scratch. Aw, Snake Lady. Who's Lila was so good. I'm really hyped to see whatever else this dev comes up with. If I don't come back and someone finds this, I tried my best. Uh-oh. Why might you not come back? And why? Ooh, I see something spooky. Huh. Huh. Cool. I love this zoom in. There's an empty relief where it looks like an object would fit. Maybe an object I have? Place the heart emblem into the slot. Seems to have unlocked the door.
The air feels colder all of a sudden. Something has changed. If I go through this door, I may not come back.
Do it. Yeah! Cool door. Wow, this house is big. Uh-oh! Oh, I can't use my camera. It won't let me see. It won't let me peek before I go back down there. Okay. Seems fine. Seems okay. Seems good. Seems good and fine. Seems good. Seems good. Seems good. The knob is totally broken and won't turn. The door looks weak, but there's nothing behind it. Was I supposed to pick up a doorknob? Do I have something? I don't need to use this right now. Okay. I would love to have body slammed it. Long tone. I can see that. This makes me think of mouth washing. Ooh. Oh! Did I get a picture off or did it grab me? Feels like maybe I'm being pulled through a door. Maybe I did a bad job. And stay out! I don't think I got the picture off either. The hands! I don't like it! That also seems bad. It is goth Lara Croft, absolutely. Okay, I got an achievement said that enter the archive. So I guess this is the archive.
What just happened? All those stairs and what was that thing chasing me? Now I'm somewhere. If this is the afterlife, it's not what I was expecting. Regardless of my expectations, I can't go back the way I came. Good. I'm not leaving until I get answers.
A chained up book, you say? God, I hope oh, that seems bad. There's a lot of stuff here that seems like it's maybe not so good. But you know what I also see? Save spot. We found Yarnum. Ooh, chess. I can't interact with the chess? It looks very interactable. This is one of the most interactable objects. There we go. Oh, a puzzle. Okay. Do I have to beat something at chess? Because it's just not going to go well for me. I can't take... Oh, we can only get 2 moves with the opening salvo? I'm not good at chess, so I might back out of this. Chess got a lot of rules, is the thing about chess, though. A trial by agent, it absolutely has to have come up before that I do not play chess. We've definitely we had one in the Isle Tide Hotel. Yeah, we're playing horror chess. This is the game. It's horror chess. It's chess, but it's spooky. Mostly what's spooky about it is how bad I am at chess. Okay. You gonna come and play or what? I mean, chess is one of those things where it's like, yeah, I think anybody could get good at chess. But to what purpose? Like, what am I doing here that I've got to get good at? Oh. How do you move? How does... I don't know. I genuinely just don't know how a lot of these pieces move, which is I'm going to say a distinct disadvantage. I in check? It's not letting me move anything, which makes me feel like I must be in check. Can you, but why? I just don't know. I just don't know enough about this experience. Just end it. Oh, is that my queen? See, that's where I was confused. I thought this was my queen. I thought this was my queen and that was my king. And I was like, why is this moving so shittily? I understand now. Okay. No more. No more of that. I'll get good at chess, and then the next time we stream this... actually what I'll say is I'm not going to get good at chess. I will learn what all the fucking pieces do. Ooh, wait, what was that? There's a slot here. It looks like something can be inserted. It's vaguely reminiscent of a picture frame. I wonder what the screen above it does. Maybe I can find something that goes in here. It would be so funny if the game demanded you. If the game demanded that you solve beat a computer at a game of chess to move forward. It would be pretty funny. Geo's died. That's really funny. In one dungeon in BG3, that's Baldur's Gate 3, Act 3, there's a chess puzzle, and if you bring Gale along, he will solve it for you. That's so funny. Jaster Void, chat is definitely better at chess than I am, so I might just have to be chat's hands. Or maybe this is my chance to get good at chess, you know? You get a chess program, copy what the game side does, and then copy their moves to win. That's pretty funny. A massive, ancient-looking tome with pages torn out of the middle. I can't make out the text. The letters look like nothing I've seen before. Well, it's chained up, and in my experience, books that have to be chained are always a good sign. What are you? Can I go to you? Hold on, alright. Obviously, we're gonna have to go to whatever the fuck that is. But let's see what's up the stairs first. More gates? Okay. Oh boy, alright. Should I save so that the, game remembers that I lost that one round of chess? 36 minutes? What is the saving? Okay. The save function is doing something weird, but I don't know yet if it's... Did they give me a handicap? That's so embarrassing. I can't play this again until I'm good at chess. Maybe my character is eating pawns when the game isn't looking. You think it's lying like 1998? I think so too. I'm glad we're on the same page with that. Is this Fatal Frame? I think there's some Fatal Frame in this, yeah. Mostly we've just taken pictures of possums so far, but presumably there's other functions. Survival guide aiming. See, here we go. Once you've equipped the camera in your inventory, ready it by holding LB. When you're ready, you can aim. Once the target is in sight and in range, the center circle of your reticle will fill in, and you can take a shot. What am I... Oh, okay. I'm clearing up. Does the clock only move when you move? That's possible. That's possible. Ooh, the house is upside down. That's cool. And stay out. Yeah, there's probably some eldritch possums that we're gonna take pictures of. Did that sign say to baseball? guide combat. Okay, you're getting... Sweetie? Oh, fuck. Well, I probably didn't need to know any of that information, huh? Probably none of that was relevant, right? Ow! Wow, that took 3 shots?
And they don't seem happy about it. At least I have some way to defend myself.
But that looked like me, right? That looked like a me silhouette. Oh. Another thing there. But I want to look at this pile of kind of a Shadow Link situation. Did I use like a lot of my ammo too? Damn. And none of those pics were good, which is probably the worst part. They're just blaring static. Ooh. Well, I love that. It's unfortunate, but I love a billboard that's just a giant eye. Oh God, all right. Where to go?
My grandparents' house. Or rather, my house.
All right.
Everything here feels so familiar, but wrong somehow.
What is happening in the backyard? Let's go see. What? Is this your house? You don't have a key? A really bad feeling about whatever's on the other side of this fence. Yeah, okay. Secretly a Gatsby game? That would be incredible. Alright, there's the me I killed. Oh, to baseball this way. This definitely feels like the kind of game where we are meant to avoid
My friend Sally
combat.
lived here with her parents until her mom passed. She was a few blocks away, though. It wasn't this close.
I hope the static people don't get up, but the fact that that body didn't dissipate makes me a little nervous. Your friend Tesco, that would rule. Uh-oh. No. No, no, no. No, 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 no! Boy, I wish I had a... No, no! That sucks. How many hits are you gonna take? Oh, damn. Surely I'm not just supposed to avoid you, right? Come on. Okay. Phew. Wow, they really take a lot of photos to get. Yeah, I'll take the film. God, that took so many. That took so much. There better be like a save room or something in here. Handle's broken. Can I turn the TV off? Something shifting under it? I can't tell. No. Oh, there's a really fucked up room at the top of the stairs, though. Yeah, limited number of shots. I mean, it's ammo. stuck. There's no overlying UI that tells me how many shots I have left. I just have to go into the inventory. I've got 24 more shots in my inventory box, but like at the rate that we are using these, I'm nervous. Ooh. Hundreds of masks. They look identical. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Stuck. Stuck. Handle's broken. Unlit candle. The wicks looks dry. Oh, does it? Candle's lit. It feels like something changed, but not here. Continuously overflowing. There's no way to stop it. I remember when Sally's mom was sick, and then they said she accidentally drowned. I figured it out as I got older, though. Damn! I'm very much into all of the different level designs. It's a lot of fun, really fun, interesting aesthetics. Something changed, but not here. Looks like whatever was in these frames was ripped out. It's stuck. The handle is broken. Okay, so what changed? Should I have checked all the doors on the second floor? Hold on, I'll do my due diligence before we wander off. Oh! Are you gonna attack me? Oh. I don't... Fuck you! Okay. I guess I shouldn't let her kill me. It's stuck. Can't run. Be cool if I could run, though. No! Oh, fuck me. Alright. This is... I wish this was more fun, what was happening right now. I guess I'm not supposed to be here? Alright. I'll walk it off. No, I guess I should... I just wish I had a save spot. I can't tell if I was supposed to fight that thing. Why didn't it spawn? You legit did quit the demo at this part, your friend Tusco? Okay. I'm trying... My instinct is... My hashtag gamer instinct is that if I light a camera in the building, it should change something in the building. Because if you have a big world like this, then it's really hard to know what that does. And so if nothing down here is changed, then it must be up there. But I also don't know why that thing didn't spawn when I first got in there. So I'm like, God, am I gonna waste... Am I gonna shoot this thing a bunch more times? Do we think damage is persistent if I leave? Or do I need to kill it all in one go? I guess let's heal and then try taking care of it. Are you right in front of me? You're gonna hit me? I can't do anything about it? I just like, I don't have any way of like running or dodging. And it's it is a little disorienting. Are you still alive? Okay. Did it really start me? Some parts of this game may be considered violent or cruel. That's not fair. Alright, where is this gonna load me? It didn't even give me like a save after the first combat tutorial. Okay. Okay. Yeah, maybe I'll be able to take the combat tutorial this time. That's so true, Mekdal. It's just like, I don't have... Do I have a... run? I don't think I actually have a run button. I don't think that button actually lets me run, but it's possible that when I'm in water, it does. Aim, shoot. I'll also say this interface for what all these are is okay. I think it's maybe it's a toggle. It said something, hold on, let me see. It did say something about run being different. Always run off, and now it's on. Okay, and so it will not let me skip cutscenes either. There we go, okay. Oh, and it's a little eye. Okay. Choose fight wisely. Alright, so that took 3 hits.
And they don't see my grandparents' house. Or rather, my house.
Alright, let's
here feels
not
so familiar, but
go the same way we went.
Somehow.
Let's go over here. Let's go to this big eyeball in the sky. There's just a lot of library stuff. There's a lot of bookshelves and books around. Hey, okay. See, I just didn't go the right direction.
It doesn't make any sense. Is this the same room as in that house?
Journal entry 1. This is it. I made it. All those hours spent searching for anything, even just rumors about where this place was. But in the end, it's all worth it. I'm not leaving without answers. I still can't believe what she did to me. Not even leaving a note. Were we all just supposed to move on and forget about her? I can't do that. And she should have known that. That's not who she raised me to be. Now that I'm finally here, I'll get my answers and my closure. Here I come, Mom. A lot of dead and missing women in this game. 37. Do we think I was only running for a minute? From that, so that from running from the archive to this point, it says that was about a minute of gameplay. I'm really hoping this game does not let an adherence to retro-style horror choices stop it from being a good game. I feel like it wants to do some other secret stuff. And I'm excited about that other secret stuff and learning what it is. But I am nervous. Nervous about the gameplay choices. Can I go into this weird grave house? Oh yeah! I'm obsessed with this 2 baseball sign as well. Something is stopping me from opening it. The Great Ghost Bee. I like that, Liz. Yes. Ah, smoky in here. Huh. I do like that each of these houses seems to have their own weird aesthetic. No, don't fight me. I actually don't want to do that. It's not enjoyable, is the thing. Red static is all I can see through the crack. It won't budge. Yeah, I'm enjoying the snow crunch sounds. That's some good fucking Foley. Enemy kill. Five shots game? I think it is an interesting choice that they... I don't think I can make it much farther if I wanted. I think it's an interesting choice that they maintain the bodies of the enemies and that they have an audio sound. In a way, I think that's an interesting way to do, like location tracking, where it's like, oh, I'm getting closer to the sound of that one enemy I defeated. Like, that could potentially be a cool way of keeping track of where you are in a game. Yeah, I'll take the first aid kit. Dead end? Okay. Can I get into this building over here that's being... actually, let me refill. Yeah, I see a letter there. Am I gonna have to fight this thing in order to get up there? Because I simply don't want to do that. Okay. It's unfortunate, but the combat is not enjoyable. Dealing with grief. Thank you for choosing this space to honor your loved ones. The grieving process can be long and difficult, but for many, simple rituals can provide profound comfort. There's no correct way to grieve, but we hope some of the following methods can at least ease the pain. Lighting a candle in a dedicated memorial space. Candles have symbolized hope, healing, and remembrance in many cultures for centuries. This can be a beautiful and tangible way to honor your loved one's memory. The soft glow of a warm flame can remind us of the enduring light of their presence in our hearts. Okay. The rest of the pamphlet is illegible, so I just needed to There are 3 candles. The window won't open. I'm wondering if I can't light it through the... Alright, that's fair. I'm wondering if lighting the candles in the other Spinelli Ricuti funeral home. Wondering if lighting the candles in the other places will light these candles coordinatingly, and maybe that's how I'm supposed to... Coming out of here for air after the funeral. Strange watching people console my family from outside. What could they have said to make it better? Nothing. Okay. I think I understand. No thank you. We do not want to fight you. Oh, there's a lot of you. Were there always 2 of you out here? No, actually don't. Actually, no thank you. Hey, actually, no thank you. Hi, yeah? No. Actually, no! What are you doing? I've been slowed. Oh, actually, fuck this. Can I not go up those stairs? Can I attack both of you at once? Are you all coming after me now? Did you aggro for me from that far? Will I be able to kite you? How far will you track me? Are they coming closer? Feels like maybe they're coming closer. Yeah, because they kind of just popped into sight. So, if one of them aggroes me, they all aggro me? That didn't happen with the last body. Oh, good. Oh, good. Oh, good. Hey, great news. Great news, everybody. They've circled around. They've all aggroed me. They're all tracking me all the way across the map. Hey, I've got great news about how the combat in this game is going, which is that it is mandatory and unpleasant. I just wanted to go up some stairs. Fuck me, I guess. I don't know about this game, chat.
I haven't thought about this place in years. When I lived here, it was definitely dingy, but I don't think it was quite this bad. Although I wasn't paying too much attention back then.
Can you teleport it? Can you teleport across this gap? Because I will just leave. Oh, I see another candle to light. Are there more than one of you? Can I attack you all at once? Oh my god. Oh, this is just a fucking nightmare. And not the fun kind of nightmare I was hoping for. How do I... Okay. This way? Oh. Oh, I've got a hairdryer. Oh no, it's just a bandage. Okay. Okay. Oh, Christ. This will go to the main hallway, but it won't budge. This, the camera transition from shooting to being in this overhead position is an absolute nightmare. Okay, and cool. So I can't actually hit you both at once. I have to pick one of you to attack. Good. If I tried to defeat both of those things, I think that would be like 14 shots. Which is untenable. Alright, that's the bathroom. That's where I came from. See, I have to save I have to save shots for what's important. I have to save shots to take pictures of possums. And this game says, no, we're gonna force you to take pictures of ghosts. And it's like, if I have an option to take a picture of a possum plushie, I'm gonna want to save all my shit for that. Okay. This is where I lived as a kid. Alright, do I just have to run back through all that shit? Hey. Where's your friend? Oh, okay, you're both there? Alright, that's fine then. Alright, and then out through here. And then... through here, and then through here. Okay. Oh, good. Everything's back where they were. I do want to check into the funeral home real quick to see if indeed there's a candle. Oh, it looks like there's a candle lit in the window. Yes, okay, so we just need to go into the buildings, find the thing. Yeah, it's a thin line between, sometimes a thin line between horror and annoying especially when you get to retro style games. And I am empathetic to that struggle. Oh, are there not steps there? Okay, no, there's not steps there. Alright. Excuse me. Alright, we're gonna go back into the house and save. And that'll be the end of today's stream. We're gonna keep at it. We're gonna keep at this game. We're gonna keep at this game. But I am... See, I know that this game is relatively short. I think it's like a... like 4 to 6 hour kind of experience, so... that's assuming that all of our progress isn't wiped all the time after we die. Hey, which building had the safe spot again? Was it this one? I think it was this one. Okay. Do I have anything I want to put away? Yeah. I guess I can make another first aid kit, but that's fine. Ooh. Yeah, there was a game I played this year? Called Sorry We're Closed. Did I play any of that on stream? I really enjoyed that, and it has a similar mechanic where it's a third-person game with fixed camera angles, and then you have to go into a first-person view in order to basically enter attack mode. And I played it once on stream. I think I played it off stream largely, but I loved it so much I wanted people to see it. And that also had kind of similar issues in that it is a little bit stuttery to bounce between the two, but it is magnitudes more stuttery in this game because it is doing like a very laborious slow pan from first person view to third person view, and depending on it seems to have, I don't think it's taken into account that, yes, that game had incredible art and character design. I loved it. This game doesn't seem to be taking into account the distance between the first person view and the third person view. So some of those transitions are very long and disorienting. And the fact that it also wants you to do combat in between that, but has made a bunch of creatures, like half the creatures we fought so far, like can not teleport, but they become insubstantial until they're right next to you and attack you, and they can attack you when they're insubstantial. So you don't have the option to just kind of sit and try to take it all out in one go. You have to take one shot, laboriously move the camera back, scuttle backwards a little bit, wait for it to materialize, and then take another shot. And it's just like, it's a lot of little things that are compiling to be kind of frustrating. We are going to keep going, though. So we'll be back Tuesday evening for more of this game. But we'll see. Yeah, the other thing. It's frustrating in a way that makes me want to avoid combat. But then it creates situations in which it's really hard to avoid combat. And so it's just like, you have to think about whether you want players to be engaging in combat or whether you want them to be running, and you can't have it both ways. And I do feel like right now the game is trying to have it both ways, which is obnoxious. But I'm excited to see more of it. I'm excited to see what the boss battles look like in this game, if there are any. So we're gonna keep going. That's the plan. I'll see you Tuesday. I'll see you Tuesday evening. Bye, everybody.